right, so that is how we start another very beautiful night right here on Duvet on GHOne television. My name is Natalia. It's so good to have your company tonight. Remember, we're streaming live on our social media platforms. We are on YouTube, we are on IG, we are on Twitter, and of course, we're streaming live on Facebook as well. Tonight, we have a big one. So, our conversation tonight is about open relationships or open marriages. Something that seems a bit foreign in Ghana, but definitely something that some marriages and some relationships practice. Now, we have a young woman who brought her issue to us. Now, she has been married for 5 years, and she says that in her second year of marriage, she started sleeping with different men. And she's gotten to a point where she's really tired of sleeping around on the blind side of her husband. So she is asking whether or not it's okay to have the conversation with her husband and open up her marriage so that it will be okay for her to sleep with other men and for her husband to sleep with other women as well. That is where we are tonight on Duvet. So my guests are all men to defend what a husband should do faced with this particular situation. I have to my immediate left Maxwell Otibu, who is a nurse. Maxwell, how are you?
I'm blessed.
You're blessed? I'm fine, thank you.
That's nice.
You're ready for tonight?
I'm very, very ready.
The way you guys came guns blazing, it's like, nah, man, you don't understand the situation. Montiasia cry.
We came with our chairs up, so...
Charlie, you're ready?
We are going to kill it.
You are going to defend this husband. Okay, and then I have Digital. Digital, you're welcome to Duvet.
Thank you very much.
I see you're also ready, Charlie.
Very ready.
Muscled up.
Yeah.
You come to fight for the man.
You won't fight.
You won't fight for the man?
All the men, like brotherhood gangster. Like,
Charlie,
the bouncer for the brotherhood. Yeah, not at all.
And then I have Richard Boateng, who is a physician assistant. Richard, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're ready?
Supercharged.
Supercharged. But tell me, though, the concept of open relationships or open marriages, is it foreign to men? Is the idea of an open relationship far-fetched from a man's mind? Richard, would you say?
So I think it's become a norm these days. I think it's become, and it's actually known to both men and women.
Okay.
Only a few would argue that they don't really know much about what it means to be, or what open relationships are.
Right.
I read an article actually, and this open relationship thing was the first time it was recognized was way back 1972. So it should say a lot about how long it has been in existence. So I feel it's known to.
So it's not a foreign concept.
It's not. It's not.
But
it's really
when
common.
it's coming from the angle of a woman, it's not something that men can entertain much.
That looks kind of odd to men.
Right.
Coming from a woman.
Okay.
But it feels normal coming from a man.
From a man, it's normal.
It feels
from a woman, it's a bit of a problem.
It's kind of odd, but it depends on what you want. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. This woman in question did say that her husband is a one-trick pony. I mean, he does the same thing during sex all the time. You know, every time is just from here to here to here, end of story. And also because I find that for a lot of people, the lack of communication when it comes to their sexual needs is a very big problem, especially for women. You know, in our parts of the world, you can't be as expressive about your sexual needs because you're seen as a bad girl, quote unquote, right? So people try to hide who they are sexually and instead maybe try to find it in other places. But tell me something, Digital. For a woman to not be able to express her sexual needs, right? How do you suppose she manages, that situation with her husband sexually?
Okay. I think when it comes to that point, we are all humans. There's no gender separation when it comes to that. I think it should be a gender equality because we both have feelings.
Right.
And then, as my brother said earlier on, the society accepts that if men cheat, they makes it look normal. But for a woman, it's one way or the other, like a whore or something. You understand?
Then-
So, but I feel a woman should be able to express how she feels when it comes to her sexual needs. Whatever she wants, whatever she doesn't want, like she's supposed to express. So, if me personally, if a woman is expressing like how she feels sexually, I don't see anything wrong with it. I hear
Right.
people talk about it like, hey, why would a woman do this, do that, do this, do that? No, but I feel it's right.
You
Because
feel it's
sometimes,
okay.
yeah,
You
it's
feel it's
okay.
okay for a woman to express what she wants.
Yeah. Like you're supposed to tell me, communicate with me, let me know. This is what you want, this is what you don't want.
Right.
And yeah. Because
Right.
sometimes when she doesn't communicate and you don't do it well, she might end up cheating on you without telling you.
Right.
You understand? So sometimes I feel like it's right.
Is right.
Yeah, women are right telling us like
Telling
that.
you.
Yeah, things like
but
that.
but are you able to tell when you satisfy a woman or when you don't satisfy a woman? If she doesn't tell you anything, are you able to?
Sometimes-
Is a man able to tell by themselves without getting any communication from the woman?
Yeah, sometimes the gestures the woman does,
Okay.
or like her body movement, how she responds to the way
You move her.
I don't know, like after the sex, I really want to explain it for you to understand.
Okay.
After having an affair with her,
Right.
the way she's going to answer what you ask her is not directly like, oh, did you like it or you didn't like it, but the way she will even act will show that
Right.
she really
That
liked what you
she
did.
was okay with it or she wasn't.
Yeah.
So men can tell.
Yeah.
Men can tell,
Men can
most
tell.
of it. But sometimes women do pretend.
Right.
Some women pretend they've gotten the orgasm, all that, but I don't think. But still, you get to know. Some women, they really open up. They are transparent. They'll tell you how they feel. Some too just keep it. You not see them again. That should tell you maybe you didn't do well.
You've been ghosted. All right. All right. So let me come to you, Maxwell. So if you are this woman's husband, and she comes to you with this information saying that, you know what, I think that we should open up our marriage so that we can see other people. How would you feel about it? This is a woman you're married to. In a J relationship, Sunny, this is your wife.
Wedded wife.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wedded wife.
Wedded wife. You have done family things. You have gone to church. Pastor has blessed it. Everybody, your friends know her. Do you understand? It's a marriage, complete marriage with a certificate to back it up. So she comes to you and tells you that, I think I want us to start seeing other people. How would you react to that?
Okay, first of all, I will feel bad because maybe I'm not doing what she wants.
Right.
Maybe she have a specific way of having sex or what she wants. So there should be communication.
Right.
Yeah, and after the communication, you have to ask her, why do you want the open relationship? Is that going to help our relationship?
Our marriage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
still a relationship. Yeah.
Is that going to help our marriage? Will it help our marriage to grow? What are the consequences that we are going to get from that thing? Because, ladies, guys, let's say me, if you cheat on me or if you have an affair with someone, I won't take it easy. I won't take it easy at all. Yeah, I will never take it easy. So telling me maybe you want me to be giving you, or then I'll start giving you.
Yeah.
Maybe if you want to do this, then you try and communicate. Maybe you want the foreplay to be more than small sex. I'll try and do it. But for my woman, wedded wife, I will not accept that. No, I will not accept
Okay, what if she goes ahead to tell you that she has slept with a couple of men in the past during the marriage?
that thing, I decided to talk about it.
Body
If you love someone, it's very, very difficult for you to let the person go. So sometimes you can just get her close, advise her, then you move on.
But how would you feel knowing that other men have
see,
accessed the woman you married,
we are all
your
human,
wife?
we are all human beings and we are subjected to human errors.
Right.
First of all, you have to thank her for telling you.
Okay.
Most of them will not do that. So she telling you is a big plus. Then you have to groom yourself well.
So you still stay in the marriage?
How stay? Cheating there.
It's better she tells you than you find out
you don't know
yourself.
it, yeah.
The moment she tells you, I feel like she's ready to stop all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So she confessing to you, I mean, any man will take the confession as a sign of, I don't want to live like this anymore. Is that how a man will receive that information?
Yeah.
form
Not
of regret.
not every man.
Most men.
Most of the men.
Yeah?
Like, excuse me, say like a reasonable man.
Yeah.
Right.
When a woman approaches you and tell you her flaws or whatever she's going through, it shouldn't escalate to you. Like, at least it
You need
should
to
give
find
you,
out why.
yeah, it should give you the senses that, oh, she's in the position to stop all this.
because
Okay.
she is telling the truth. If you don't
Right.
stop, maybe you're going for another lady and that same thing might occur.
Will
Maybe
happen again.
The man is having the problem, but he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
That's why it's advisable to be like to be transparent with your partner.
With your partner.
There should be communication.
The
Right.
communication should be like the key.
Key.
You understand?
Okay,
So
so
I want to touch on
Right.
what my
Okay.
my friend Maxwell was saying. So sometimes you need to read between the lines. You don't need to wait for your woman to tell you you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right. Sometimes the reactions, like how my brother was saying, sometimes the reactions, how she answers to your questions and everything. You know, sometimes after sex, if you do satisfy her, you feel it within, and if you give a below par
yeah,
performance to, you can actually tell.
right.
Everyone knows themselves, so I think you should sometimes help your woman by reading between the lines.
Right.
Help her talk to you, because expressing feelings like that, sometimes it gets difficult. So you should sometimes help her express those feelings
Right.
and do things you're not doing right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
Go on.
You see, with ladies, Ebony, ladies can pretend. A lady can date 4 or 5 guys, but she's going to treat you all the same.
Right.
You will never know that she's cheating on you. So with that one day, and with the sex too, you can have sex with someone. You think this person is satisfied, but not knowing she won't be.
Right.
I'm sure you know. You can tell us more about that because you
About what
You're a lady.
exactly?
about
See-
you reaching
see-
orgasm and faking orgasm.
Oh, women do fake orgasm.
Me personally, if
Women do fake orgasm, but half the time it's not because the man is not doing what he has to do. Sometimes it's because, maybe it's just a tiring day for you, but you feel like maybe, I don't know, this is my husband, I can't say no to him.
You want to compromise.
I
and
want to
satisfy
compromise,
him.
but typically men want to feel like they have satisfied you before they allow themselves to be satisfied, right?
right.
So if I pretend that I am good, then you can also be good and it comes to an end because I'm tired. You know what I mean?
right.
So it's not because maybe you're not good or I'm not enjoying it, but it may be because it's just a long day for me. Hurry up and let me continue my life. You know what I mean?
personally, if I give up some bad sex, I could tell. I wouldn't
can
wait.
tell?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't
Okay.
wait. I wouldn't wait for the woman to tell me
Right.
today was bad or something.
But
That's why I was
sometimes
saying you should try
it's
to read
different.
between.
It's not about the
Sometimes,
minutes and hours.
sometimes
Right.
it
No.
differs.
Okay.
Some
You
like
should try
long
to-
sex, some doesn't.
Some
Right.
even like
It's not.
foreplay.
No,
Yeah,
it's
more
not.
than
It's
two.
not about the
Better than
duration. I'm
coitus,
saying
okay.
sometimes if you give up bad sex, you can tell yourself today was a bad day in the office. You can tell. You shouldn't wait for the woman to
Right.
say it to you.
Very interesting. But tell me something. I mean, now we're dealing with the situation of this woman, but should you be in a relationship where your woman says, today, you and me together, let's find a third party to have sex with, together?
Like a threesome.
Like a threesome.
Ideally, I would say no. But if she forced me and it's a lady,
What do you mean if she forces you? How can she force
oh,
you?
but
Oh,
He
yeah,
says
if
if
she
she
insists.
If she insists.
Yeah.
like typical force, crazy.
Like for at
Then
least
she'll
for
bring
months.
another lady from that one there.
You have to satisfy her.
I can accept because it's my wife and I have to fulfill her.
Please her. So that one is something that you're open to.
If it's a lady,
Because
Yeah.
maybe that's the lady's fantasy.
yeah,
Right.
So you have to,
But that is not your fantasy.
yeah, but you have to sacrifice for my wife.
That's sacrifice for your wife. So it's something you're open to. If
marriage
you're in a
itself.
relationship, you're open to a third party coming in into the relationship sexually.
No.
But that's what you're saying.
No. That's why I said if she. I didn't say if she insists to. If she force.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's still a yes. It's still a yes. A yes is you will allow that to happen, right? Whether by force or by
But
coercion
do you know about 73% of men have fantasized about
having a threesome.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
75%.
Yes.
Is that backed by statistics?
With two ladies.
With two ladies.
Two ladies. Yeah.
Okay.
From the British something book I read.
Something you've done?
No, I haven't tried. I'm a Christian. I don't do that. No, sorry.
It's actually a fantasy.
Oh, it's just a
Yeah,
fantasy.
most men, like I hear it from.
Have you tried before?
Guys. No.
But I will only do.
Most men fantasize about.
It's like actually a fantasy. Like
For you?
Oh, yeah.
Something you're willing to try,
Oh yeah.
right?
Two ladies.
Okay.
Not two
Oh my
men
God,
against
you're
her.
Will
strong,
that
though.
include your woman, the two ladies, or would it be two ladies that are away from your primary relationship?
Can we talk about the open relationship?
But that's what we're doing. No, but that is what we're
Or
doing.
maybe if your woman agrees.
No, I'm saying that. Is it a conversation that you're willing to have with your woman? Say that, you know what, I think that, our sex has become very mundane over, over the years, depending on how long you've been together. I think that introducing something or somebody into the fold will help excite us.
I think I wouldn't mind if it comes from my woman's end. If she proposes that idea to
But
me,
you will not propose it.
I won't.
Because are you afraid? You're afraid.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
You're afraid you would chop slap.
Well,
It's a possibility, right?
He's scared the woman will suggest will do it with another man. That's his
Right.
I
only
want
fear.
the
Right.
deadly.
So definitely something that you're not open to.
Because as you are fantasizing for two women, or maybe she's also fantasizing
For two men.
Right.
So the moment you bring that up,
Then
she'll be like, okay, let's do
I can
mine
be a
too.
good friend.
What are you going to do?
Right. Okay. So now let's look at some of the problems that can come off the back of something like this. It's an open marriage, and this woman in question did say that she is certain that the second child she has with her husband actually belongs to one of the guys she has been sleeping with.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's a disadvantage.
I see how all of you took a breather, like, whew.
That's a
So, yeah.
So
So,
as a nurse, I would say I won't do it because of STDs, sexually transmitted diseases.
right.
Yeah. And there'll be lack of communication. And there'll be lack of respect and other stuff. She won't respect me anymore.
Yeah.
She can respect you, but the point is the intimacy she has with you will reduce.
Or reduce.
But
To some
me,
point, like,
I can never share my
really-
woman.
But do you
Because-
think that sex is tied to respect in any way?
Oh, no, but you see,
Has any form of relationship with respect
In marriage,
in
it's-
marriage?
Yeah, in marriage it's because
guys,
it's
we
through
value
sex that
that.
you make kids.
Right.
And then if, like what you said, she's going to give birth with somebody. So imagine,
She says she is sure, so it's not like
okay, she's
100%.
sure. That
100%.
means with her instincts,
Yes.
she's sure. Okay, fine.
she's
So let's say the reason why it's much more a disadvantage is because
right.
what if what she went to do to have that kid? What
Right.
if her husband agreed before she went on to do that, and then she had a kid with it? How is the husband going to take it? So I don't think open relationship is something we should be practicing.
Right.
In marriage,
In marriage.
no, in marriage I don't
in,
think.
in relationship,
no, even in relationships,
In regular relationship.
But marriages, I think it's a big no, because if you are going to cheat with a man, still both sides, the man too can go and give birth somewhere without.
Yeah, which is something we see often. I think in recent times, a lot of the things that back in the day, we would hear stories of a lot of men who are having children outside their marriages. Oh, papa we cry, ni baba ko ha, ni baba ko ha. It was I wouldn't say a normal thing, but these were
The
stories that we would
society,
hear a lot. And over time, society, became comfortable
with
with that. But in recent times, the stories we're hearing is people fathering other people's kids. Because in recent times, there's a lot of DNA. Somebody's, oh, so all the 3 children are not for this man, and all the 4 children are not for this man, and and these are stories we hear a lot lately. So now the tables are turning more towards the women than the men, because in the past it used to be more a man's thing.
No, I
To
don't
be-
think the
okay.
table is turning.
Right.
I feel like we are now discovering, because of technology, we are now discovering.
Also, you're saying that is how the women have been this whole time.
Yeah, because DNA, I don't think DNA has been in the system for a long time.
Okay.
Even if it was much more expensive than now.
Right.
Because the society accept that if a man gives birth outside the marriage, oh, anyway, Joba, take your children, take care of.
And that's okay.
But the woman,
that's acceptable.
the
Now,
society
because without you
accept
can
that.
identify your child.
I don't get it.
When I go and have intimacy with someone and we have babies, I can identify that this is my son. But with the lady, she'll go and do it, but she's not going to give the baby to that man. She'll come and give it to me.
Which is not cool.
Me that I'm innocent sitting as my employee, she'll come and give it to me.
Okay.
You see, it's not nice.
Right.
So
Very interesting.
Let's make this example.
Okay.
I'm married to you and I've given birth outside the marriage. We've been in the marriage for, let's say, for six years, or let's say 16 years. And my firstborn is somewhere that you don't even know about. Then one day I bring the child. You are going to break down, right?
Oh, but we've seen a lot of that.
So imagine me taking care of a kid which is not mine for so many years. How is it going to be?
Very, very interesting. So definitely, I think I see the 3 of you saying all together is
Okay,
that.
but I feel like
Uh-huh.
if a woman wants, or like both the man and the woman want to have an open relationship,
Right.
that's their problem, me personally. But
Okay.
I think they should have protected sex because of
Okay.
STIs and,
Right.
having another baby somewhere, giving
Okay.
your baby.
Okay.
So
But
they
it's
should just have
they should be protected.
protected, and it should be limited. And I feel like the moment you allow your partner to have an open relationship somewhere, it's not going to stop. Because
It's not going to stop.
The moment I'll be like, okay, the person can be like, okay, now I'm having an open relationship with this particular person. For a while, you get to know is this person. When you get to a point, I can be doing that somewhere without you knowing. And then the moment you find out, I'll tell you, oh, but we are in an
open relationship.
Yeah. So even if you get to find out, it's not a problem.
So when we return, we're going to talk about, for people who have agreed to be in open relationships, because I like where you landed. For people who have agreed to be in open relationships, should we report back to each other? Like, okay, I go with Maxwell last week. Should I come back and tell you that I go with Maxwell last week? I'm getting with Richard next week. Should I come back and inform you? Or once it's open, everybody is doing as they please, right? That is definitely something to consider. But we are going on a quick break. This is Duvet on GHOne TV. Tonight we're talking about open relationships. We have so many messages. This week, we definitely have made the trends with this woman's story talking about her 5-year marriage, her sexcapades with many men, and a child that could possibly not belong to her husband. This is Duvet. Do stay tuned. All right, welcome back. This is Duvet on GHOne television. My name is Natalia. Tonight, we are talking about open relationships, about open marriages. So if you just joined us, let me tell you, there is a woman who has been married for 5 years. She has, from the 2nd year of her marriage, been having sexcapades, sleeping with random men. And she believes that the 2nd child she supposedly has had with her husband belongs to one of the men that she's been sleeping with. Now she wants to come clean, but she wants her husband to agree to an open relationship, an open marriage. Tonight I'm with Maxwell, Digital, and Richard, and we are breaking it down. So Digital, before the break, I was asking that when a couple decides to have an open relationship, do they need to report back to each other? What do you think? How do you think it should be? Should they report back to each other, about the people they are getting with? Or should it be that, I mean, once it's open,
Okay,
I can get with anybody I want and it should be okay.
Okay, so first of all, before you accept to be in a relationship, like in an open relationship,
Yeah,
that means there's transparency.
right.
You understand? So I feel like you should report back to your partner.
There should be rules.
Yeah, there
Okay.
should be rules because a game that has no rules brings a lot of injuries. You understand?
Okay.
So I feel like you should report back. There should be limitations, whatever they are doing.
Right.
So
Like you can get with one person
if
every
you don't want
3
to
months.
have anything doing with the person, I think you should change. You shouldn't add up in an open relationship.
Right. So if you're tired of the person you're with,
Outside the relationship. Not the one, not your partner.
Not your
I
partner.
mean, the one you are with outside the relationship,
Right.
having
okay.
the affair with.
Right.
If you don't want to have an affair with him or her anymore, I think you should
Change it.
change. Don't add up.
But tell me, Richard, tell me something. Do you think it's wise to, because I think one of my guests on one of the episodes have mentioned that he prefers to have multiple women outside of his marriage because if he keeps one consistent woman, he'll fall in love and it will become a thing that will compete with his marriage. And he doesn't want that. So he dear is just random. Charlie, if I get you, I get with you and move on.
No sticking to one.
No sticking to one person so that it doesn't build up to become like, okay, this is my second family or my second woman, or like become a thing that is monumental. So if it's like random, then yeah, no attachments. But what do you think about that?
Well, I think everyone has their own preferences.
Right.
So as my brother was saying, some of the key facets when it comes to open relationship is, I mean, transparency and then honesty. You need to be as much transparent as possible.
Right.
So even if you need 1,000 women outside your primary relationship, I feel you need to tell your primary partner.
Right.
If she eventually agrees to it, I mean, go
All the
you.
better.
Yeah, so I feel you need to communicate with her what you want to do, like what your preferences are, the number of ladies you want to have outside a relationship. I mean, if it's as numerous as you want or as numerous as you're saying, and your partner agrees to it, that's a plus for you. So no, don't just be a non-conformist. Don't break the rules. You need to stick to the parameters set and everything. Don't let your primary partner feel disrespected or anything like that.
Abandoned.
Yeah.
But do you buy into the concept that keeping one consistent person on the side can, make it become like a thing? A thing where you equally need to give it a certain level of something. I don't know if you
Satisfaction or
not necessarily satisfaction, but a certain level of maybe commitment, a certain level of something. Because
Normally,
Right.
those who choose to have just one sexual relationship outside their primary
so if you have like a side piece,
kind of.
okay,
So those who, okay, so from a man's perspective,
right,
those who tend to have another sexual relationship outside their primary relationship, they just feel they are just basing everything on sex. But then it later escalates or develops into something more intimate. So as time goes on, they become stuck. They don't know who they should treat as their primary partner.
yeah,
Who they should treat as
can. So you do agree that it can become a thing,
yeah.
right? And sometimes it can escalate to a point where it's unmanageable.
It will get to a point you rate your partner with that.
It
sometimes-
competes with your
Sometimes
primary
your
relationship.
your primary partner feels less important and
Even
all.
whether or not they know, your affection and attention and energy will dwindle on that side, right? Because
Especially when you have a problem with your partner.
right.
That means, okay, since you have a problem with me, it will give you an option for you to go back to the other person.
Right.
You sometimes invest more emotions in the
In
secondary
the other person.
secondary
Cause-
So,
partner.
Digital, what do you say? Do you say that beyond an open relationship, regular men who are cheating on a regular basis have multiple side pieces or have maybe just one side piece? how would you say that should be handled? Because like I think we're all agreeing that if you keep that one permanent side piece, then it becomes a thing. Then it
Yeah,
becomes
definitely,
heavy.
definitely.
Then you need to give it relevance and attention and all of that. And sometimes the scale can weigh. Some people even start having kids, and then it becomes your second family, right? But you can't even tell anybody because you are hiding that, right? So that compared to, people that you don't form any attachment with, like random.
Sometimes I feel like having an open relationship, you just want to explore.
Okay.
That's what I think for what she said. I feel
Right.
like she wanted to explore because she feels her husband is just one way
Yeah.
in bed. Okay, fine. But I don't think it should be something you do consistently. It shouldn't be a routine thing like having somebody outside. You definitely develop a feeling for that person. And the moment you start changing partners, your intimacy with your partner that you've got married to
Right.
will reduce. The intimacy will definitely your emotions towards that person will definitely, because you feel like you are getting more options outside.
Right.
People love you outside more than what you are. Meanwhile, too, it's not like that.
Okay.
Because you keep comparing everything. And then when somebody wants you, especially when the person knows you are in a relationship, they will always want to find a way to get you, like, do more than what you are in for. You understand? Like, if you are in a relationship, they will definitely do more than what you are getting from your marriage.
Okay.
For them to feel like they are winning.
You're winning.
People are like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's move from. Are you married?
I'm not married.
Are you married?
No.
You're not married either. So let's move from marriage to regular relationships. Something that you all can relate to because you're not married. You're in regular relationships, right? So tell me, what do you think that what do men think that women want sexually?
Oh, can you even predict women?
I mean, I'm not asking you to predict, but I'm saying, what do men think that women want when it comes to sex? What do men think that women want? Or what do you think that women want?
Satisfaction and maybe orgasm.
So, like, how? Give me proper details.
Concerning their satisfaction or orgasm.
Yes, when it comes to sex, what do you think that women want sexually?
Without do I even do you know?
First of all,
Okay.
to be able to satisfy a woman sexually,
Right.
you should communicate with her first.
I get all that, but I'm saying, what do you think women want sexually?
Sexually.
Yeah.
Sexually.
It depends on the woman.
They want
Don't
you
you
to
think it's
handle
exclusive
them
to
all.
only the women?
Yeah.
It's
can't-
exclusive to women.
You can only do your part. You can only do your best.
But okay, but in your past relationships or in your experiences, what have you found that women want sexually?
Okay, so with me it differs.
Okay.
Some people just want it like as we go, but with some of them they want you to. I'm sure you know.
I don't know. Tell me.
The romance, the foreplay.
Yeah.
Some
Okay.
people want hair and other stuff.
Women, so you're saying women want more foreplay,
Yes.
Yeah, like
right?
Yes.
a lot
Okay.
of women like
You top
Some
up
of
with the
them.
sex.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Because I met a woman who really detested,
Foreplay.
I mean, long minutes of foreplay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
sometimes so with the guys too much foreplay.
You don't like it?
It's with my tears.
Kind of fast.
Not fast. Though we will do our best for you, but
Okay.
so through communication,
Okay.
that's when you know what you want. Maybe what you want is not what maybe Miss
Yeah, that's why I
Brown-
asked in your experiences, like, you know.
So it differs.
I'm sure that there are certain particular things that cut across. Maybe if you have been with 3 women, Adiaba could be will cut across for all 3 of them.
And probably the foreplay.
Foreplay,
Yeah.
right?
And
foreplay.
also they have to be in a good state before having the sex. They have
Right.
to psych their mind.
Okay. Is that true?
Yeah.
It's true.
But with men, sometimes like unplanned sex are mostly nicer for men than
For men.
Yeah.
But women like to plan sex?
Yeah, mostly
Not all women.
not
Just
all
psych
women,
their
unless she
mind.
gets in the
Because-
mood.
Okay.
When they are
You see,
stressed out
naturally-
and they are having some situational crisis, they don't
Yeah,
opt in
yeah.
for sex.
Right.
See,
Okay.
over the years, what I've realized is some women want you to give them complete sex. So complete sex, I mean, dwindling down from the foreplay. I mean, she wants you to do everything.
Okay.
Or else everything. She wants to get sagged. She wants everything.
Okay.
And I mean, you shouldn't last less than like 15 minutes in bed with her. She wants everything to be complete.
Okay.
Including getting her boobs sagged, the main thing sagged, everything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing that has cut across like over the years.
Okay, that's very interesting. Now, you know, when it comes to open relationships, there is a social stigma that is attached to, especially for women, if you're seen as promiscuous, you know, it comes to a certain social stigma. People see you as, hey, this woman, dear, or, you know, like this and that. Because when we had to put this scenario out on social media this week, it got crazy buzz, like buzz. You know, people were like, you just can't believe such a thing. Why would any woman want to do something like this? But these are things that are happening on a regular basis, right? How do you think that society influences some of these conversations?
Oh, you see, women do produce one egg every month. So ideally, their egg for sex should reduce. As compared to our body makers produces 1 billion
A day.
sperms a day. Yeah.
So you need to make use of it.
Yeah, if you don't make use of it, that's when you are prone to prostate cancers and other stuff.
Okay.
So you have to excrete them. When excreting them, the cancer-causing substance also comes out. So even if you don't like sex, you have to let your man be doing it so that it will prevent him from getting
that's if you can't contain
benign
man's
prostatic
sexual
hypertrophy, cancers and other stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So won't you say then that family planning is directed towards the wrong gender?
So men should be considered.
I mean, because if it's just one egg from you, so what we're basically saying is that I can have one pregnancy in a year, right? But you can get over 100 women pregnant in a year.
Yes.
in a day, even in a day.
So again, won't you say that family planning is directed towards the wrong gender?
You see, with the family planning.
Oh, you don't think so?
No.
It's because women are the
women
carrier.
carry,
They are the carriers.
Oh,
So
we carry.
yeah,
So we should do the planning. You there, you have no planning to
it's
do.
sensible that way.
Yeah, it's like you throwing away seeds. You can throw it into a gas and that's gonna come.
Okay.
But when you throw it into soil, a fertile soil, that's when
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. Very, very interesting conversation. Okay, Digital, also for you, how do you suppose that society influences some of these conversations?
Like when it comes to women.
When it comes to, you know, these sexual conversations, open marriages, open relationships, these are not conversations we could have 10 years ago. Even though it existed, but we couldn't have these conversations openly 10 years ago. Today we can, right?
It's because of the generation we have.
Exactly. So, but how do you suppose that the society influences?
It's very hard to be accepted like 100% in an African. It's something they do in the foreign. But
in the forest?
In the foreign countries.
Oh, right, foreign countries.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in our society, our culture is different.
Right.
When it comes to, marriage, even our marriage ceremonies and other stuff, you have to go through like 3 different stages before you get
right.
You do the knocking, engagement, whatever before you do your wedding. So you see, everything is different here. For us to accept an open relationship, I don't think I can't change the society. In our society, the only thing we accept, which is not really acceptable, but we accept is a man having a side.
Right.
You understand? But a woman
having a side of polygamy.
You get it.
So there is polygamy.
There is polygamy, but the moment a woman tries to be in a polygamous relationship, it looks like
it's something else.
Yeah.
You see,
they see her with a different.
From our Muslims, we are more of Christians and Muslims. And as the book taught, we learn the story of Solomon, David, and that stuff.
Yes, and there are many women.
Yes.
Okay.
But the Bible didn't talk about maybe a lady who was So it's not nice for them to be doing that.
So you're saying it's not normal.
It's not normal at all.
It's out of the norm,
Because
right?
we respect our ladies, and we don't want to share them.
Yeah.
No.
Just stay a baby girl and let me take care of
I'll
you.
take care of you.
Yeah?
Yeah, and you see, when you treat your lady well, she will never even thought of that.
It depends.
It depends. Oh, you think when you treat a woman well, she'll still cheat?
Depends. Only ladies know what they want, so.
Okay.
I'm a
Interesting.
living testimony.
You're a living testimony. Richard, let's talk about polygamy.
Okay.
You know, before we would think that polygamy was just a Muslim thing, but no, it's not. There are lots of Christians who practice polygamy, also non-Christians who practice polygamy. Because sometimes they feel like, I've had conversations with men who have boldly said that, but with all my wealth, why on earth would I
was about to say that.
why on earth God will not
should I
even
stick
forgive
to
me?
just
Yes,
one
and
woman?
I've had
Women don't accept poor men to go into that.
They don't accept
I've had
polygamy from
somebody,
poor
I've had somebody say that to me. This is not a third party conversation, straight in my face that, but with all my money, God will not even forgive me if I stay with just one woman, right? And you know, you can tell that they are very proud of it. That I was not built for one woman.
Because doing that is also a form of helping the community. Because
Helping the community.
It's going to spread the money
It builds
through
their confidence.
different families.
You know, wealth builds your confidence.
Wealth builds your
And
confidence.
then the kind of energy you get from other women, like as a man,
Okay.
when you are wealthy, it's a whole different thing. Like,
Okay. You were saying something. You're saying that you're helping the community.
Yes. We are
Uh,
helping different. And sometimes it's not the men, the ladies will rather come.
Is that?
it's
Maybe
true.
because when you have
because
money,
he's
it's
rich,
like,
he's
okay,
rich and he knows- he
everybody.
knows it, he's
Oh, he's
rich.
rich and he
Yeah,
knows.
yeah.
So you have a lot of women coming at you.
They come back.
It's like, oh, we are not like that. No.
They come, but you reject them. You reject them.
With me, I'm not in
You're
support
focused.
of. I'm not in support of polygamy, because
Would you ever practice
I
polygamy?
will never do that.
No matter how wealthy you get.
I will never do that, because the way you treat your lady is the same way she's going to treat you back.
Yeah, but being polygamous doesn't mean you treat her any.
Oh no, but me,
you don't treat her
I
best
don't,
goods or whatever.
I don't like sharing my woman, so I don't want her to also share me. That's my policy.
You know,
I'm not
most
judging.
women stay loyal to you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's nice, it's there, but me, I won't do it.
Oh yeah. It's
Even
good.
if I'm
That's a good
dating, if I'm dating, I don't cheat.
Okay.
So
So when do you cheat?
Like, I don't cheat at all. It's
Oh my God. He says if I'm dating, okay. Okay, you don't cheat at all. Eh?
No.
You don't cheat at all. You're fine. Okay.
So I think
Uh-huh.
polygamy has now become a norm, but
Right.
it's preferences.
Okay.
So for me personally, for now, I don't have any reason to get married to two women. I don't have any reason to get married to two women.
Okay.
It's against some people's personal beliefs, some people's cultural norms and everything. But I feel it's now become a norm.
It's become a norm.
Yeah. So if you have enough reasons to go in for multiple wives, I think it's a
It's
good thing.
personal preference.
Yeah, personal preference.
Right.
It's been accepted.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about trust. What role has trust got to play in cheating, if you may, or people, even though they have a primary relationship, finding the need to go elsewhere? What role do you suppose trust has to play in
My
it?
first point is
Right.
love is overrated. But
Love is
loyalty.
Love is overrated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Loyalty should be rated more than love.
Okay. When you say loyalty, what does that mean?
Loyalty works with honesty.
Okay.
So if you are loyal to somebody, and you say you love the person, I don't think you'll be doing things which are not right behind the one you prove your loyalty to. You
Okay.
understand? So I feel like when you are in a relationship and then you want to have that affair, there should be loyalty and honesty. There should be trust. I should be able to trust you. So if you bring your problem to me and you tell me that, oh, this and this and that, this is what you want to do. And even if I don't agree upon it, like we should come into conclusion like, okay, we are doing this or we are not. So the moment we don't agree together, and you go behind my back and then you still do it, that means you've broken the trust.
The
that I have.
trust, right? Or would you say that it is the lack of trust that makes people, not the lack of trust as in the trust has been broken, but you know, sometimes when you meet someone, you need to take your time to build the trust. But, and instinctively, sometimes you just can't connect with someone when it comes to trust. Like you feel like there's something off or something missing, you know? Men are not very instinctive, but women are. Sometimes we feel like, you know, you're not connecting the dots. And so there's something is lacking or something is missing.
There's a little bit of nonchalance in every man.
Right.
Sometimes you feel like, let me man up and forget about it. Which is some way, somehow, is not right. But you feel like, oh, let me just ignore it.
Okay.
Because she's a woman. Maybe a woman was, you feel like you are being too girly to just connect the dot to do something. But I think that's the right way because you have to please your partner like all the time.
All the time. All the time. Richard, tell me, trust, what role does it play?
Okay, so I think, as we've said a lot earlier, I think the boundaries should be set. Physical boundaries, emotional boundaries, time boundaries. I mean, the time you spend with a secondary partner, you should spend the same time with your primary.
Is that possible?
Yeah. So.
No, is that possible?
That's why you should be very transparent with your.
No, you haven't answered my question. Is that possible? Is that a possibility?
I think so. If you
think so?
If you set your mind to it, I think.
Digital, is that possible?
If
Maxwell, is that possible?
If you set your mind to it, I think
there'll be trust issues. And also, I think one of the things, for a lot of women, one of the signs that we feel or see one of the signs we see when we feel a man is cheating is that his energy dwindles on your side.
No, it's women.
No, that's how we see it. Like, for instance, if Maxwell is calling me every morning before I go to work, and we'll check in the afternoon, and then we'll talk maybe 1 hour before I sleep. Yeah, every day. Maybe we've been doing that for a month. Okay. Second month, now he doesn't call me in the mornings, and maybe in the afternoon. Some days he'll call me. In the evenings, when I call him, he won't pick up. The following day, he'll tell me he was asleep. I mean, that obviously is a sign that all of that energy has diverted to another person. And that's how women are able to tell that, because no, you were not sleeping. You know, you did see my call and you didn't answer. Do you understand? Because you're also trying to divert that energy to another person. So that's how women are able to tell that, nah, something is amiss.
But it's not like that all the time.
It's not like that all the time?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So you're saying that men can split attention, equal attention between women? Yeah?
Yeah, they can.
Men.
Oh,
Maxwell's
yeah.
laughing. He finds it strange.
Yeah, unless otherwise you're not determined.
Unless what?
Unless maybe you're not determined.
You're not determined.
Yeah.
You the man. But isn't it too much work? Because clearly these two women they don't know the other person exists, right? So in their minds it's just them.
Yeah.
Right? So you're trying to split your time between the two of them. To make them believe that it is just them.
Definitely, one will get more attention than
the other.
Yeah.
Into Valentine's Day, ba obeying.
Oh, that's so easy.
Oh, tell me. Tell me, what would you do? What would you do? No, because they are both looking forward to spending time with you. So what would you do?
You see, when you are into this, let's say the guys who cheat and have...
Please, you say you don't cheat.
Yeah.
So how do you have this experience?
Oh, but I'm a nurse and people talk to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So most of the guys do this for fun.
Right.
And you mean when you are having something like say for fun, you invest in it. So it will be like a time. You have a timetable for them. Maybe I'll call Akosia in the morning at 6. I'll shift. Why?
Oh, I'm listening.
Yeah. Then you try and call partner 2 by 8. Then by 9 you try and call. So in this
simple.
You don't need to call Equia at 8
simple.
Because you know she always calls at 7. So you have to try and be calling at 7. I'm sure you are getting
Hey,
my point of view.
Simple.
Yeah,
If-
because
if
it's
you-
for
if you
fun.
draw a
It's
proper
like watching
plan-
football.
So you draw a plan.
You draw a plan, like
so you have like a
timetable.
timetable.
Yeah.
Also.
Of course.
Some most men cheat without emotion.
Emotions.
It's not that. I mean,
Most
I
men.
haven't
So I'm
cheated
sorry,
before,
make
but
me
then
understand something. So you have a timetable.
I don't have a timetable.
No, not you, but I'm saying. But I'm saying that for the men who do this, do they like draw a timetable and say, okay, this person at 8, or is a mental timetable?
it's a mental
Yeah,
timetable.
so it's like cooking. You have to get time for it. You can't be cooking benku on this fire. So you have to set up benku here, you put fufu here, then you put your here. While stirring this, you stir this one too. Then you.
No, when you say it
Okay,
like that, it
so
seems like you're
I-
rating all of them.
In this, you have to give
Okay,
them
so
elder
let's
attention will
do a
shift.
quick break. I'm surprised that men have a timetable, a mental timetable. It turns out, so that they can cheat because they know which time to call who, they know what to say to who, and they know how much time to allocate to who. This is very foreign news to me. But anyway, this is Duvet on GHOne television. My name is Natalia. Do stay tuned. We will be right back. All right, welcome back. This is Duvet on GHOne television. My name is Natalia. Tonight, I'm with Maxwell, I am with Digital, and I'm with Richard. And Maxwell says that men do have a timetable. Not him, men. I don't know where to draw the line because he says that people talk to him. So what you're saying, what you're confessing to us tonight is what people have said to you, right? Not what.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah? It's not. This is definitely not you.
Oh, no, me.
It's not you at all. It can never be you.
that's the right.
It's
That's the right thing to do if you want to cheat.
right?
Yeah.
It's to
Because
put up a mental timetable.
When you used to
Right.
call
It's
Abena at
stress.
7, it's
Isn't it stressful though?
not stressful. It's just having fun.
Maybe
and
you
exploring.
see it to be stress, but
Okay, but I didn't think men knew how to multitask. I didn't think it was a man's thing to multitask. But you're telling
Women
me
are good in
It's-
multitasking
Women-
in kitchen.
women multitask better than men do.
it's women we are talking about.
No, we're talking about men.
So we are talking about women. We
So
are.
women do
You,
multitask.
you know why?
But they do it with us. So we are also
Do
learning
you know
from them.
why it's always such a shock to a man when he finds something out, like maybe his wife cheated on him, or maybe the children that he has don't belong to him? Sometimes some of them are shocked beyond recovery.
Because when it comes to cheating, women
Right.
cheating, they control their communication than men.
That's why I'm saying women multitask better than men do.
Yes.
A woman can, be with multiple men and none of them will ever know. And women have the thing where, I don't know if this has ever happened to you. Maybe your woman took you to a party or something and you got there and you say, oh, Maxwell, this is Digital, this is Richard, this is this is that. And it's possible that she's probably dating all three of you.
Cool brothers.
But the way she would even introduce and play around all three of you, none of you will even catch on that anything is going
I've
on.
experienced that before.
But a man will never know. A man can't do that. If a man walks into a space where there are more than 2 of his women there, they will catch him.
Because you guys are,
They will catch him because he will fidget and he won't know how to control.
Do you know why?
sometimes you feel the ladies are clingy. They will love to be around you. That's where the problem will come.
Digital, you have experienced that.
Yeah, sometimes
Right.
when it comes to the woman, let's say you are dating multiple men. Maybe you are dating 3 of us. We know your serious boyfriend is Max. We are comfortable, we are cool. But on the other way around, when a woman knows your man is dating other 2 women, including her, there's no way the other women are going to agree, especially if they don't know and they get to know at that point. They would want to show that, hey, this is my man, this is my man. But for men, you can relax, do whatever you want
You're
to do.
cool.
Sometimes
taken
But
our
what was
decision
your
in our head.
experience? What
We
was
say
your
no to so.
experience? What happened exactly?
Oh, she introduced me to other guys, like 2 other
Like
guys.
our own.
And you knew that she was with these guys,
Yeah, I later got to find out.
but in that moment you didn't know.
I didn't know. I really got broken.
No, but in that moment you didn't know anything was going on, right?
No, I didn't know.
So you actually you shake them hands and things.
Yeah, so it was later the brotherhood They told me.
Connected the dots.
Yeah.
Like, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
And you were broken.
Oh yeah, of course.
So
Because
you
I was
left
really
the
into her.
relationship?
Oh yeah. It's gone. It's
It's
gone.
happened to me too.
Really?
Yeah, she introduced me to my own cousin.
To your cousin? She introduced you to your cousin
Yeah.
as what?
That this my this is my guy, this is my friend. I was like, that's my cousin, it's your brother. So later I found out that they were dating for almost 2 years.
Wow. That's very interesting. Okay, so we are going to take our sex position of the week. But you know beauty, right? We'll talk about beauty. We're going to talk about our sex position of the week. This is duvet. Do stay tuned. Sex position of the day. Yawning, she lies back, raises her legs in the air, and parts them in a wide V shape. For him, men love this position because it appears brazen and dramatic. The position of her legs is like an irresistible sexual invitation. As he enters her, he can lean forward and hold her hands for support, or grab her ankles and push her legs farther apart. The yawning position is for moments of extreme arousal when you both want no-holds-barred sex. For her, yawning position also works with him in a standing position and her lying on a surface such as a table or a high bed. If she isn't high enough, push some pillows underneath her. This gives him greater freedom to thrust so that she can feel his fullness and fervor completely. But if she wants to slow him down, she can rein him in by crossing her feet behind his back. It's passionate because he finds the position of her body irresistible and plunges in deep, and he thrusts the tip of his penis, stimulates some of the highest hot spots in her vagina, making the position intensely pleasurable for both. Every so often, he can slow down, lean forward, and they can share a kiss. We often choose this position in the build-up to orgasm because it works for us both. By holding hands, we feel intimately connected, and there's always a lot of eye contact as well. All right, so our sex position of the week is the yawning position. I saw Maxwell's reaction to this. You're familiar with this position?
No.
No?
Because I know it causes premature ejaculation.
Oh, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because with this, you can't control it when you're coming. Sometimes when you're coming, you can pause and change the position for you to go back, then you restart.
Oh,
but with this
right.
position, you've been tied, so
you can't help
you
yourself.
just ejaculate.
But you're not familiar with this. You haven't tried this before. Are you open to trying this? No?
Not at all.
Not at all.
I'm not a sex fan, though.
You're not?
I'm not a sex.
Okay.
Your mom is watching.
Oh, boy, that's interesting. Digital, something you're open to? No?
That's why I'm staring at it like.
How is that?
No, but doesn't it look exciting?
Oh, it is. Maybe I'll try it maybe sometime. But
Sometime.
so that I'll get to know the way you people are talking about it. I want to try it.
You want to try it
Yeah.
and see what it is? Okay, but you have never tried this? No, not yet.
Myself, the focus is somewhere else.
The focus is somewhere else
It's not
there.
about sex.
Okay, Richard, I guess you're the only one.
The reason is,
Okay.
my own reason is, sex is a secondary thing in a relationship.
Okay.
I feel like it just makes up a relationship. That's not a main key in a relationship.
What is the main key in a relationship?
Oh, communication, honesty, all those stuff comes together to make it a priority, not sex. Sex is a secondary thing. It makes it up. It's like cooking and adding spices to make it more.
Okay.
That's
So the sex is the spice.
yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Richard, I guess that leaves you. The yawning position.
I think we are all on the same boat.
Oh, right.
I actually don't like it when women control sex.
You don't like it?
I want to take dominion.
You want to dominate.
Yeah, and I feel it's too slow for my liking.
Okay, but I'm sure you can fasten it up if you want.
No, not with a lady on top.
Okay.
But it must be nice.
Yeah, it must be nice, eh? Something you may want to try?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Maybe. By the way you like your front, it will choke you, won't it? Because if she's on you with the, the quantity that you're usually looking for. That is very, very interesting. All right, let's talk about boundaries, okay? Let's talk about boundaries when it comes to relationships in general, yeah? What should anybody in a relationship know about boundaries? Richard, let me start with you.
Open relationships or
Any kind of relationship. What should you know about boundaries when it comes to boundaries?
Okay, so I think technically, you guys need to set parameters.
Okay.
There are things you're not supposed to do.
Hmm.
So let's say with an open relationship, that's what we actually tackling this evening. So let's say with an open relationship, you should set physical boundaries for yourself. You should set emotional boundaries, and I think you should set time boundaries too. So with the time boundaries, the time you spend with partner A should be the same amount of time you spend with partner B. And with the physical boundaries too. I mean, things you do with partner A should be the same amount of things you do with partner B. If you give partner A like doggy 2 times in a row, I mean.
No, it's okay. Go on. We're very interested in that conversation. So you go on.
I mean, if you give partner A doggy twice in a row, like you should do justice to partner A too. With the emotional boundaries too. The emotions you invest in partner A should be the same amount of emotions you invest in partner B. So I feel you guys should set parameters and know what you are doing, and you shouldn't break rules or do things you're not supposed to do. That's what I think about boundaries.
Okay. Very interesting. And digital boundaries.
Me personally, I don't even agree upon open relationship, but to set boundaries, like you said, you give them the same thing even. No, I don't think so. Because I think your partner should be more rated than any other person coming in, like a second person coming into the relationship. So if you're in an open relationship, you should even let the person know that you have somebody who is more prior than. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's how it should be like.
Okay.
But Natalia,
you can't rate your partner with your side on the same level. No, I don't think it should be like that.
A chunk amount of people do argue that once you agree to an open relationship, there's nothing like this is the primary partner and this is the secondary partner. You should treat both of them.
Oh, put them on the same scale.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what some people argue.
Okay, digital disagrees. All right, so let's go through some messages that we have here. Inoklote says, it is absurd how people undermine the true basics of marriage. Marriage is a sacred thing, whether customary, ordinance, or through the Muslim way. And as such, it should be kept that way. This is a no-go area at all with what the lady has said about her marriage. And then this one from Frank Addison says, so dangerous for a woman to have multiple men. Why? And what at all kind of sex do they want instead of being with your only husband? Says, repent and have Christ Jesus in you and pray for forgiveness. Repent, all you women that are having multiple men. And this one, gosh, I can't see the name well. Okay. Caleb says, Caleb Akwete Ado says, do a critical background check of the lady you want to marry, dear men, and you will safeguard yourself from marrying town women. I hope you know what town women means, right? Okay. And then, oh, this one from Osman, citizen, says, why do guys sleep with married women anyway? I pray never to be involved in that situation. Let's touch on that. If you know a woman is married, would you sleep with her?
No, not at all.
Personally, no.
You won't?
No.
Okay. But what if she doesn't tell you? That one there is not your fault, right?
No, it's not.
It's not your fault. But there are guys who sleep with married women.
Yeah, that's their choice.
Why do you
Consciously?
think... Consciously, yes. Why do you think they do that?
Okay, some of them is their fantasy.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Even there are men who fantasize pregnant women.
Pregnant women.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Sleeping with a pregnant woman that's not your pregnant, it's not your pregnancy.
Yeah, it's like the first time I got to hear it, I was surprised.
It's another person's pregnancy.
Yeah, another person. Like you just meet, randomly you meet a pregnant woman in town. You are just
Sexually.
fantasizing.
Wow.
It's actually someone's dream to sleep with a married woman.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why though? What is it about a married?
Preferences.
Is a married woman not a woman? She's any woman, right?
See, sometimes I feel like if you really want to know about fantasies,
Right.
just let people comment or say something about it. There are weird fantasies about
Right.
Yeah, people do have weird fantasies.
Right.
that they even feel shy to even talk about,
Yeah.
and that brings more cheating
problems.
in
All right.
relationship,
Michael
because-
Nyako says, when I say do not marry a woman who has slept with more than 5 men, people don't understand. Once a woman has gone that far, it will be difficult for her to accept that she's going to be with only one man for the rest of her life.
Okay, with that, I don't accept that.
You don't agree? Why
Her
though?
past is a past. And when you're in a relationship, you should be mature enough that okay, I did this and this. It's a past. A new life is what you are building the relationship on. You understand my point of view?
Okay.
So in relationship, you don't do things that will hurt the other person.
Okay.
That's all. The relationship,
Okay.
you are free to go.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, Max, me personally, if I meet a new girl, I don't really take delight in knowing much about her
body count.
or
Her
her
past.
past.
No.
Men
Because
love
mostly-
those conversations,
I
don't they?
don't
A
really
lot of
take
women
delight in
grow up being naive. A lot
Okay.
of women. So I don't think her past should be
Yeah.
much more important.
Okay.
Because
in
it
her
doesn't
current
it
life.
does it doesn't help you grow up. No,
Yeah,
it
it's
doesn't.
of concern.
It takes a mature
Because
man
this man says that any woman that has been with more than 5 men obviously will sleep around.
For you know, maybe she got to
She
find
was-
herself in a situation she had to.
You can't judge someone too bad.
Right.
You
But
understand?
typically, I know you guys here in particular don't like the conversation of a body count. But if you did, what is the number that will settle well on your mind?
With
Knowing
me, I don't care.
you don't care.
No, not at all.
Yeah? So you don't have any
Your
number.
past is your past.
So you don't say that, oh, if it's just 3 men there, then
Well,
it's okay.
I think
She can lie.
Your past is your past.
yeah, she can lie, but I think
There's no way to tell, is there?
there's no way. To
There's
tell.
no way to tell.
She could
Most
tell you
women,
too,
when you
but
ask
then
them, it's either between 5 and 7.
Yeah,
They don't go beyond that.
I've never
Maximum
met
is
a lady who
7.
has told me she has
Because-
more than 2 body. I
me,
mean,
them
a
are-
body
Oh, it's
count.
always 2.
It's always 2.
Really?
I'm yet to meet a lady who.
But there's no way you
It's
can
always
tell,
2.
right?
There's no way.
But what does that do
What
for
if she's
you?
lying to
Well,
you?
No, but
immigration
does
officer.
it make you feel better about the woman you're with when you know how many people she's been with?
I think it makes me feel better.
It makes you feel better.
Sometimes I feel like, a lot of men has not gotten their way.
Yeah.
Plenty men
Oh, you're-
have browsed
you're a
the
good
interface.
girl.
So imagine like 20. Unless maybe you are not in that same
Right.
environment. You've
So if
changed
she
your
says, says that, oh, it is 25.
Other community.
25. Okay, 25. It's okay. 25.
It's okay for you?
The reason why I would say okay is
Uh-huh.
I would want to ask another question.
Okay.
What got you to get to 25? I really want to know.
But I'm sure
If
maybe
it
she'll
makes
say,
sense.
maybe she'll say, oh, say a relationship na makomu.
Hey, 25. How old are you?
When she's 25, she started on one.
How old are you? Everybody, do you change
Oh
men
my
every
goodness.
year or every month?
I said 25, how old are you?
Eh,
So that one is a no-no. But if she says something like 3 or 4 days, okay. It settles
She
well.
could be lying, but then
She could be
it
lying.
sounds better.
It sounds better. So you don't mind if it's a lie?
good lies.
You see, someone can be virgin, but after you start, they can be carried out.
Okay.
And most
Okay.
often too, women, sometimes
you have to go in for women who are done exploring. It's better to be with a woman like that than someone who is naive and then now she starts to explore and then everything busts out.
Women tell you what they want to tell you,
Okay.
not what you want them to tell you. So I think it's okay like that.
Okay. All right. So Mohammed says he's texting from Tamale. He says, Natalia, is there a way I can get in touch with this lady? I stay in Tamale, and I'm certain that I will give her something that she has not seen with all these men she's been with. Please link me up to her. I need you to help her, a fellow brother. Okay. So Mohammed Achima, I think. He's from Tamale. So he says he wants a link to the woman. But Mohammed, she's still somebody's wife. You don't mind?
Hey, Mohammed.
Mohammed,
Mohammed, cool down.
Mohammed says, give me link. They want
To
the
the
woman.
married woman.
To the married one. So the thing is that today, the woman should have been here. But we decided, I mean, for the sake of privacy and society, to stop her from coming because we didn't want, this whole situation to escalate because, typically Ghanaians will pounce on you. I narrated the story and half the internet thought it was my story, so I got a lot of blasting this week, but I mean, this is a job we do, so we're very familiar. But let's take your final words, okay? Open relationships. To do or not to do, Richard? What is your advice to someone who may be considering?
Well, from a personal perspective, I wouldn't fancy anything like that. But my advice to those who would want to have an open relationship is you should make your intentions very clear and mature. You shouldn't just come up with some mere or some cheap reasons as to why you want to have another partner outside a relationship. And you should be very careful in all your dealings. And if you want to have an open relationship, it's a step-by-step thing. You should take baby steps. You just can't get up and move to
Jump on the deep end.
move to your partner and start discussing that with him or her. I mean, you should read the moment, know what to tell your partner, when to tell them, and don't get afraid to get pushed back because it's not an easy decision to be agreed on. So just take baby steps. When you get pushed back, I mean, go regroup, come back.
Okay.
Since you want it, I think you should be persistent with your efforts. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Digital. Okay. Final words. Open relationship.
For me, it's a no, personally, because I'm very selfish when it comes to someone I love. I wouldn't want to share.
Okay.
But if you would want to share, please protect yourself and have limits.
Okay.
Create some standards for yourself. And never rate your partner according to how you rate your side. You should let your partner know that you are the priority in this. I think that's the best way to go about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maxwell?
Well, with me, I would say no.
Okay.
Because love is not about feeling. It's about decision. Yeah. And you have to think about the consequences involved in the open relationship. I'm sorry, disadvantage is more than the advantage, so hopefully no.
Okay. All right, your social media handles. You're all single, you said? Or somebody's married?
I'm
No, we are not
extremely
married.
single.
You're extremely single.
Keyword.
Social media handles. Ladies?
I'm in a relationship.
You're in a relationship.
Yes,
Oh, that's a great thing. Okay, ladies, so there are two men up for grabs.
Are you single?
Me? I'm not single. Why?
Oh, okay. There's
So
one
one
man.
man.
I'm
up
not
for
married.
grabs.
That's
why I'm sitting in a single.
Okay.
Are you married?
I'm sitting in a
In a
single.
single seat. Okay, no, but give me your social media handle.
Okay, so on Snapchat it's Berima Yao, BARIMAHYAW7.
Okay.
That's on Snapchat, and on Instagram it's Berima_Yao. Same spelling for the Berima, and then the Yao YHAW.
Okay.
Berima Yao.
Okay. Digital, you don't do much social media?
Oh, I do.
Okay, what are your handles?
Especially on Facebook and IG.
Okay.
So the Facebook is Digital Upwarding. DIGGITAL. Then Aboudin ABOUDEN.
Okay.
And then on IG, it's Flyboy Diggy.
Nice.
FLY __.
Fly
Diggy.
boy Diggy. All right, Maxwell.
So Instagram is Fiza Official. Fiza FAZZER. Yeah, then Snap is Fiza Money. FIZZERMANI. Then TikTok is Fiza Money. Yeah.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I've enjoyed the conversation with you. We will definitely do this again on Saturday, so help us God. My name is Natalia. Thank you so much for staying with us. Connect with me on social media. Yes, I am Natalia. Maybe if you get a minute tonight, do try our sex position of the week. Enjoy your night. Good night.